I felt bad about posting poor quality audio, even though it's just for myself and nobody's watching or listening. Um, so I decided I would post something else, just that's maybe more audible. And something came up, anyways, that seemed worth getting off my chest. I was just reading and found out that somebody had died earlier this year. That's like famous or whatever. Um, but it's somebody that I was aware of kind of throughout the years and talked a lot about like mental health and their struggles, but then outwardly seemed like they had their stuff figured out to some extent, and were kind of like aware of their good life even in the badness, the struggles of addiction and mental health, which is like relatable to me, I guess. And that's sort of why I could connect. But that person to me was like extremely extroverted, showed the personality of being like fun and exciting and enjoyable to be around. And so it was like, I would definitely say there's some envy or like envious, like being in those kinds of shoes of basically like positioning, like if I had to deal with all of my struggles, that would be like the ideal scenario. Not that I have any idea what that person's struggles were really like, or how hard it was, or any of the things that they dealt with. Like truly, you don't know. That's just kind of the thought and the connection, and it just, I can really relate to being in a lot of scenarios of having everything and being miserable. And it comes back to sort of this situation that I'm in now, where why I have a lot closer to nothing, and I have no idea what I'm doing, and I have no idea what my future looks like, or how I'm going to navigate having a future, even here, or wherever I end up. But I do know that I couldn't find a way to be happy having all the things that I did. And while I'm scared to lose materialism completely, lose drive, and just be this person that's um, being alive. Like I don't. That doesn't seem to be ideal in my head. Like maybe a lot of people do think that, and maybe that is like the reality, is like just being happy with absolutely nothing is perfection. But I still think that I have this thing inside me that I want to achieve things, and I don't necessarily want to lose that, and grow and become bigger and better, and all these things. And so I just think that going the route that I am and learning to be happy with almost nothing, there's a path that way that maybe is the best scenario of like achieving things for the right reasons, whatever the right reasons are, or just finding a different driver to to do all of these things, and find a different way to get there that isn't the path that I was taking before. And I'm I'm grateful, even though I'm extremely scared for the opportunity to be able to try this again and try something completely different and try to find happiness in a totally different way. Even though it's scary to think that I might end up losing everything that I sort of value about myself. Yeah, it's trying to figure things out, and I can't imagine what it's like trying to figure it out if I was any older or I, I can't even really think about what it was like when I was younger because I was not in a place to try and figure anything out when I was younger. I was just angry and bitter, which is maybe a good thing. Yeah. Anyways, this is attempt number 2 of less poor quality audio.